What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react to some things that really annoy Canadians. So, us Americans, we usually think of you Canadians as being very fun loving, polite, carefree people. But it seems that even Canadians have a limit. Even Canadians can get annoyed if pushed to the brink. So today, I want to learn about these specific things that drive Canadians crazy. Starting with number one, when autocorrect refuses to accept that we spell it color, favorite, etc. I have never thought about this. Talk about something I've never thought about in my entire life. Yeah, because in Canada, you guys spell a couple of things differently, just a little bit different. You spell it color. Now, I know you pronounce it color, right? But you spell it Colour. You got that British U in there, right? Isn't that British influence or something? But anyway, I can see how really freaking annoying this would be. I'm actually a little bit surprised that the smartphones don't know you're in Canada. And wouldn't they like autocorrect your spelling to Canadian spelling? If it doesn't do that, that would drive me, and that would be so annoying. That is a very Canadian problem. I didn't even think about that. Interesting. That's a good one. Oh my God. I didn't know how much you guys were suffering. Number two, forgetting your shopper's optimum optimum card at home. What the heck does that sentence mean? I have no idea what we're talking about. I have to be honest. What is your shopper's optimum card? I think I'm going to actually have to Google this because I'm desperately trying to put these words together in a coherent way. Is it like a card? Or like a credit card? Or is it like a greeting card? Or is it some other kind of card? When I Google it, yeah, it's coming up with like Discover cards and stuff. That's why I was thinking, is this like some kind of credit card or debit card? PC Optimum. PC? Are we talking about computers? PC? Shoppers Drug Mart? Is there like a Wikipedia for this? There is! Yeah, yes. Yes. It's my lucky day. Okay. Is this the same thing? PC Optimum? Ooh. We're talking about Shoppers Optimum. This is PC Optimum. I don't know if this is the same thing. It's a single loyalty program operated by Canadian retail conglomerate Loblaw. Loblaw is like a Canadian store, right? It's through the merger of Loblaw's, Shoppers Drug Mart, there we go, Shoppers Optimum Programs. I don't mean to spend so much time on this, but I don't know what we're talking about. This is a loyalty program, like Costco or something. I don't know. Somewhere you can bring a card at a Loblaw or a Shoppers Drug Mart. So it's annoying when you don't bring your Shoppers Optimum card because it's a reward program. And when you go to, is it really called Shoppers Drug Mart? That's a drug mart. It's just weird for American because like I think of Walmart Heck, I even think of Kmart. But drug mart. Okay. But you're shopping there and maybe it's got drugs? I don't know. All right, you forget your this should have just said forgetting your reward card at home. I think that's what it is. That's annoying, I guess. Is this something that a lot of Canadians do? I feel like I'm not totally grasping that one, but I guess that could be kind of annoying, sure. I think I kind of understand. All right, when you watch a show that's supposed to take place in New York City, and you can clearly see a Scotiabank, is that like a bank in Nova Scotia? What is all these Canadian references are kind of getting me today. I don't know this stuff. When you watch a show that's supposed to take place in New York, but you can see a Scotiabank, like they're filming in Nova Scotia? Is that where Scotiabank is? Or they're filming in Canada, but they're pretending it's New York City. But you see the Canadian like bank or whatever this is in the background. And you're like, "Hey, that's Canada, you lazy filmmakers." Yeah, that would be kind of annoying, I guess. More like a fun inside joke that Canadians get to be part of, because I guarantee you Americans aren't noticing these little things. And to be completely honest, we do fall into that trap of thinking, oh, and anything that's on TV, that takes place in America. Yeah, yeah, anything on television, that's in America. And it's like, no. A lot of it's filmed in, stuff is filmed in like Vancouver a lot, I've heard. And I guess maybe Nova Scotia, or I don't know, parts of Canada for sure. What are some more annoying things? This is actually surprisingly teaching me about Canadian culture and Canadian things, learning about the things that annoy Canadians, really connecting with me here. When your favorite band announces they're touring in Canada, but they only perform in Toronto. Oh, yeah. Because I can imagine if a band said they're touring in all of America, but they just went to New York City and LA, it'd be like, are you kidding me? There is so much more than that. So I can see where that's annoying. Like a lot of bands, maybe internationally, when they think of Canada, they just think Toronto, like that, the biggest city. Yeah, that's annoying. I can see that. Number 5, foreigners claiming. We say a boot, the hard a boot. I'll be honest. For the longest time, as an American, I thought this. A lot of Americans do stereotype Canadians as saying, "Oh, I'm going oot in a boot," and it's like, all right, we gotta just bring it down a little bit, relax. If you actually have heard Canadians speak on the internet, which I have done, I've studied this. It's not a boot. It's more like a boat. A boat. And certainly not about, as Americans would say, but it's not a boot. And I would say most Americans really genuinely do believe all Canadians pronounce it a boot. That is true. And I don't know if there's something like in the way our American accent. Is there like an equivalent to this? Do we say something that's been exaggerated? I don't know. I don't know if we do. Maybe we just talk perfectly. We have the ultimate accent. No, I'm I'm just kidding. Telling someone you're from Canada and they immediately bring up Rob Ford. Is this annoying? Because who is Rob Ford? Don't get the reference. I'll Google him. What am I about to see? You'd think if he was that famous. He's a businessman and former mayor of Toronto. Why would they bring up the Canadian mayor of Toronto from 2014? Why The true story behind the train wreck Mayor of Mayhem? Is this about Rob Ford? There's a Netflix about him? Mayor of Mayhem? What is this? Okay. I think I'm starting to put the puzzle pieces together. Rob Ford is some kind of infamous Mayor of Mayhem of Toronto, was it? Was he? He's a Canadian mayor who has his own documentary. I'm gonna have to check that out. Okay, thank you. Annoying list of annoying things that annoy Canadians. Thank you, Rob Ford. I'm gonna remember that. I think there's more to this story, but anyway, yeah. If somebody mentions one person, like these days, I feel like if you bring up America to somebody, especially outside the United States, I would imagine they are immediately going to just talk about Donald Trump. Like Donald Trump maybe is the Rob Ford of America. Is that accurate? And it's annoying. It's like, okay, there's a lot more to the America and American culture than Donald Trump. So yeah, if you say you're from Canada and people are like, oh, Rob Ford, the crazy mayor, right? How? It's like, okay, come on, I get it. Okay. When a foreigner says they went to college, and you can't figure out if they actually mean college or if they mean university. Oh boy. Okay. In Canada, you're telling me college is different than university? Because here in America, college and university are interchangeable. They essentially mean the same thing. University is a little, the word is more prestigious. It usually means a 4-year degree. A college, that can be like a technical college. It can be a 2-year degree program, or so there's a little difference. Is it different in Canada? Is there like a big difference between college and university? Because I tend to use the terms interchangeably here in America, and a lot of people do. So this is it's funny because in this example, I am the foreigner saying I went to college, and you don't know if I mean college or university. I am the annoying thing in this example. Fantastic. Getting in line at Tim Hortons behind 3 construction workers. Is this a common occurrence? And you won't be getting your order for 45 more minutes. Cut them some slack. Construction workers been working hard all day, but maybe you're working hard all day, or maybe you're going to work, or maybe you just want your freaking double. Is this a common occurrence? 3? This is like, I feel like this would be in a movie or something. Stereotypical construction workers getting coffee. Again, getting in line. Like, do you guys actually go inside? Because here in America, every single coffee place is a drive-through. Kind of like our banks are all drive-through, and our pharmacies are all drive-through. No, we don't got time to go inside, but maybe you're stuck in line in the drive-through as well. That'd be annoying. When the open tab on your Tim Hortons coffee rips off. Okay, this is the level of specificity I came for. This is very specific. This annoys Canadians. When the open tab on your Tim Hortons coffee rips off too much, so the hole where your coffee comes out is way too big, and you keep spilling on yourself. Yeah! Okay. Is this a common occurrence? Isn't it? I mean, to be fair, I don't know what coffee lids are like at Tim Hortons, but coffee lids where I come from, there is it's a pre-cut hole. It's like a flap, you know? You bend the flap back and kind of press it in. You don't really punch a hole. You don't determine the size of the hole. It is a predetermined hole. So I don't know how you rip too much off. I would have to inspect a Tim Hortons coffee cup to really make sense of this, but that does sound annoying. Oh. Oh, wait a minute. This is what we're... Okay, perfect. There's picture to explain. Wow, how badly did you want your coffee? Slow down for a second. You're just like, oh, finally, I've been waiting 45 minutes. Those 3 construction workers ordered one of everything. And you just rip off the lid. Okay. Well, that was really convenient. I see exactly what you're talking about. Number 10. When you ask for assorted Timbits, there's a lot of... This is all happening at Tim Hortons. Do you guys get any pleasure from going to Tim Hortons? It's just time after time, annoying thing that happens after Tim Hortons. do you guys even like it there? Okay, when you ask for assorted Timbits and they don't give you any chocolate ones, are those the good ones? I've never had Timbits. They're like donut holes, right? If you ask for assorted, you should get one of every flavor. So is chocolate considered the best? Is that like extra annoying? I don't know. When someone gets their bagel before you at Tim Hortons, even though they ordered after you, oh, I don't know what... I've not been to Tim Hortons, but I can picture this at like any coffee place or McDonald's or whatever. If you order something and then somebody behind you gets their order first, you better watch out. You better watch out. I'm going to give you a 3-star review on Google. I'm going to do something about it. When holiday commercials for Tim... This is a lot of Tim Hortons references. When holiday commercials for Tim Hortons or Bell... What is Bell? I don't know. When the holiday commercials make you cry and you have to pretend you have allergies? That's amazing. You're telling me the commercials for a coffee chain and whatever Bell is, like just commercials for Canadian businesses are so good they make you cry? You know, a round of applause to the advertising at that point. No, don't pretend you have allergies. Just, that's fine. Cry over your winter Tim Hortons commercial or whatever. Well, maybe that's nostalgia. Having to drunkenly ask the bartender for the Wi-Fi password so you don't reach your painfully low data limit on your phone. So, this is some kind of like Canadian thing. Apparently you guys got something going on with your phones, and I've heard Canadian phone plans are really, really expensive. So, when you're at a bar and you've already gotten drunk, you still have to ask for the Wi-Fi password because God knows the data on your phone is going to get used up. You can't, and you're not paying for more. Okay. These are actually really entertaining to me. I think I'm going to stop here. There's actually a lot more annoying things that annoy Canadians. This is a really long list. I'll probably come back to this because I didn't get through everything. But this actually taught me a lot about Canada and what annoys you guys. It's very interesting to me. I feel like I'm connecting in a different way, on a different level. So anyway, if you enjoyed this, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment, especially if you're Canadian and you have experienced any of these annoying things, or if you can add any context or explanation to this, that'd be fantastic, because I definitely didn't understand it at all. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Canada and learning about Canadian culture and seeing Canadian things I've never seen, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.